Welcome to the show, and thank you so much. I can't wait to get into the movie and talk about everything, but I have to talk to you about your book and you for a second, because I met you at a party, and we just hit it off and started talking about music.
Yes.
And talking about your dad, who was Clarence Avant, legendary in the business. If you ever saw the documentary you produced called
The Black Godfather.
The Black Godfather. If you love music,
It's on Netflix.
It's on Netflix. You've got to watch it. You're gonna love it. He's a character, and he's so great.
Yeah.
And then we're talking about your dad, and I was asking about your mom, and you told me the story, and I hope you don't mind, obviously, talking about this. But how old was your dad when this happened, this event?
91.
So your dad's 91 years old. And then you get a phone call from your brother, right?
Yeah. I get a phone call. My brother was trying to find me. The phone is off. It's in the middle of the night. And I finally get a call from Ted, my husband, and he says, Nicole, listen, you have to get up. I don't know what's going on, but your mom's been shot, and you have to get to the hospital. And, you know, it's 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning. I was shot. Where? What? What? You know, and you think you're dreaming. I was discombobulated. I'm like, whoa, what? He said, Nicole, get up, get to Cedars, and I'll meet you there, which is kind of the title of his new foreword of the book is I'll Meet You There. Mm-hmm. And unfortunately, she did not make it. And it was during a home invasion, and my life was turned upside down. But as I was saying backstage, you know, that was December 3 years ago.
Yeah.
And 3 years ago this week, guys, I didn't think I was going to be able to function. I didn't know what to do. My father had to come live with us, and it was the worst day of my life. And you don't know when you're in that much shock and that much trauma. You can't see 1 second even before you. You don't know. Your life just changes. But I stood in my faith. I love being alive. I love my life. I have a blessed life. And I thought, you know, my dad had said something to me when I didn't want to finish this book.
Yeah. I
didn't want to finish the 688. And my father looked at me and he said, Nicole, this man already took a life. Are you going to let him take your life too? Or are you going to live? And I thought, well, okay.
I'll show you. I'm going to finish the book. I'm going to do the movie. I'm going to do the...
I am doing it.
And that is the best. And when I read this book, and I just, if anyone's grieving or just read it. It's just a great book. And I can't believe you're strong enough to write this. But I think you'll be happy. Can you explain the title?
The title? So it was I spoke to my mom via text maybe 6 hours before I got that phone call. And we were talking about sweet potato pie because it was right after Thanksgiving. And my dad, being my father, when you see the documentary, my father, they brought a sweet potato pie for us.
Very nice.
And my mom was so proud that she brought this great homemade sweet potato pie. And then they took leftovers and my father took the pie because we didn't touch it. So he decided to take the pie home with him. And my mom was so mortified.
He brought.
Yeah, the pie he brought. And my mom was so mortified and so angry. And so she kept calling me up until this day of, Nicole, please come get this pie. I want to see you. And I said, okay, Mom, enough with, okay. I'll get to it. I'll see you tomorrow.
I'll try that pie.
I'll get the pie. And then she wrote, okay, think you'll be happy. Last time I ever heard from her. So that is why it's called Think You'll Be Happy. And also really because she was a woman who believed that your thoughts and your words, your behavior, all of it, you have to focus. You have to tell your brain to be positive. She believed in being, it's the 3 Ps from Jackie Avant. Be positive, be powerful, and be productive. And if you could do those things.
I loved it so much.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
And so now let's talk about this movie you're producing.
Yes.
The 688. Congratulations,
yes.
Tyler Perry. You got based on a crazy story.
True story.
True story that I did not know.
Yeah, I know. And we've all heard
Kerry
a million.
Washington, right.
She's extraordinary in this
she's
film.
Fantastic.
And it's a true story, all female, all black, women of color, battalion, World War II. I've seen a million World War II movies, read about it, respect everyone, have never heard of this story.
Never heard this.
And so they were basically given the task to get to Europe, sort out 17 million pieces of mail to get to the troops. And I know a lot of people think, oh, the mail, oh, it's so hard. What that had nothing to do with it. By the way, they helped win the war. These women, they were patriots, they were courageous, what I loved about these women, they loved their country, even if their country didn't love them. And they didn't wait for things to be perfect in order to be excellent. They chose to be excellent and help us win this war. Yeah. So they got to Europe and they sorted out this mail in 3 months.
Yeah, but that's the only form of communication.
So you guys, think about it.
There's no cell phone.
There's no Wi-Fi.
There's no Wi-Fi.
Remember, this is World War II. No Wi-Fi, no cell phone, no nothing. The only means of communication is the mail.
Yep.
And so when you have troops on the ground, they have to feel love. They have to feel support. They have to feel alive. Their life force needs something. And so their morale is down, and thank God President Roosevelt figured it out. All the men couldn't do it. And they kept trying to sort the mail. They kept coming up with all these excuses. So the joke was, we'll send these black women over there and let them try to do it, and then we'll be able to say that they couldn't do it either. And guess what?
And guess what? And you got Tyler Perry.
I got Tyler Perry, who is...
Yeah, he's a dream.
He's a dream to work with. Brilliant.
He's brilliant.
He's brilliant, and
he puts
he's
the work in,
focused.
Yep.
And, I mean...
It's great.
It's great.
I want to show everyone a clip. Here's Kerry Washington in the 688. Take a look.
I'm told that a few have tried to unravel this situation, but they could not do it. So they sent us. But make no mistake, ladies, they did not send us because they thought we could do it. We are here because they are sure we cannot. When there is no mail, there is low morale. This is our mission, and we will not fail.
Nicole Avant, everybody. The 688 premieres this Friday on Netflix, and her book, Think You'll Be Happy, is out now. Thank you so much for being here. You're the best.
I love you.
Love it. More Tonight Show after the break. Stick around.